It'll be a
We're
fun.
working. We're in the lab, and we're gonna make sure this happens as soon as possible.
Welcome to an episode of the Sports Genes Into the Lab podcast, where sports analysts and experts dissect the latest news from the NBA and NFL, giving you a unique view on some of the hottest topics around your favorite teams. From the fresh field smells of the NFL to the hardwood courts of the NBA, and possibly your comfy couch for your fantasy football team. Let's see what kind of news the lab is working with today. Here's your host from the Sports Analytics Headquarters in San Antonio, Texas, Ernest Silva.
Week five, we are back in action into the lab podcast in the San Antonio home studios. I am excited here. We have the producers in the Rockets fan cave. We got my co-host. We've got the guy in Phoenix. Let's introduce everybody. But of course, this is all powered by the mothership Blue Collar Media Group. We appreciate all the love and support from BCMG. Let's start off with the co-host of ITL, season 4 co-hosts. That's right. That is Kenny Cotterill. What's up, my man?
You didn't refer to me as two-time Pick'em champ, which I'm really upset about, but it doesn't matter now because it's a new year and I'm not in first and I'm not happy about it. So I'm here. I'm serious. I'm ready to go. I'm going to bring the intensity that we get from Steve often. And yeah, let's get it.
Wait. Did you say Steve often or Steve Austin?
Give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah, brother. All right. Thanks, Kenny. I appreciate you. We also have the man on the West Coast. That's right. You can catch him in Phoenix, Arizona, and also Wednesday nights on his show. That's right. Eric Sportsbits. What's up, Eric?
Hey. Thanks for having me on the show. I mean, I'm going to bring a serious face in this week's in Pick'em because right now I'm Mr. 500 and I'm not liking that. So it's time to improve.
That is right. You were Mr. 500, but number 2 and I are here with you, Eric. We'll steer you the right way with your picks. That's right. I am number 1 right now in the ITL way too early pick'em contest. I'm excited to talk about today's pick'em. We have some headlines we're going to cover. We have the producers in studio today in the Rockets fan cave. And for all you Houston Rockets fan who just so happen to watch us for fantasy football and football news, are we hyped up or what for that 35-point win over the San Antonio Spurs? I know it was the San Antonio Spurs, but we will talk about that on a future episode. Before we do that, don't forget, guys, you can use our code BCMG on glitchenergy.com, glitch with a Y, glitchenergy.com. Still one of the many sponsors of BCMG and ITL. Glitchenergy.com with a Y, code BCMG for 25% off today, and then proceeds do go to BCMG as well. If you're not familiar with BCMG or ITL in general, BCMG has a hashtag. It's better together. No, you won't catch Kenny in this week's edition of this video, but I will tell you this: we are better together because we are a group, we are a family, and I'll let my family go ahead and talk about that a little bit more.
Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday.
I'm your host, Andrew Kahn. This is the Boomtown Pod.
Add Into the Lab Pod is where you're watching today's stream.
Stuck him!
It is Blue Collar Game Day. I am your host.
I got a kill!
Get out of my Welcome to episode 277 of the Official Butthole Podcast.
Get him.
Got him.
Beautiful. Nice.
Better together.
Better together.
We're better together.
Better together.
Better together.
That's right. We are better together. as Steve would say, the lovely season 3 co-host and owner of BCMG. Guys, we have some crazy action. We're gonna go right into round 1. And for those of you listening to your podcast, will be right after this break. Round 1 news from around the leagues, where we're going to start. We're going to start off with some fantasy action, specifically those with some injuries. You might have been one of those that scored astronomical fantasy numbers this past week, or you're one of those who barely scored 30 points in a league. I don't know which one you are, but you might be focused on 4 specific players. So let's get some updates from the fantasy football world. First off, Jonathan Taylor not practicing today. He watched practice go on. If you have him, you're probably not playing him this week. Keep a lookout for tomorrow's news. If he does play, he's limited. Already been told he's 15 to 20 snaps at most. Kenny, are you playing Jonathan Taylor? Or are you going to just let him ride the bench this week?
He's riding the pine this week. I don't really like it against that Denver defense to begin with. I know they gave up a ton of yards to Jacobs, but when you're that hurt, because I think he is, I wouldn't play him this week. I know that 99% of people will think I'm crazy and they will start him because they drafted him first overall, but I don't know. I hope that you have better options on your bench to start this week.
Like yours truly, Damian Pierce is probably taking that substitution role for my team in the ITL Listener League. Eric, Jonathan Taylor, is that a must start for you, or are you going to let him ride the pine?
I'm gonna let him ride the pine. Look for other opportunities, unless you guys have, maybe AJ Dillon on your guys' bench. But to Kenny's point, the Denver's defense, and he's actually really hurt. I wouldn't want to push it.
I wanted to keep Coach Peanut's comments on the screen for those watching because he did wipe the floor with my team in the ITL Listener League. So I appreciate that, Coach. Thanks for all the hype. I now take on the indestructible Rachel, the producer, this week, who's 4-0 and scored an astronomical 215 points in the ITL Listener League, which I didn't even know was possible. There's no cap and there's no mercy rule. So, guys, please keep me out in your prayers as we go into week 5. All right. The other thing to watch out, David Montgomery practicing. Khalil Herbert did not look very good last week. So David Montgomery owners feel a little bit better about the Khalil Herbert breakout. Eric, you starting David Montgomery this week?
I think it will be a tough situation this week just because they're going to go with the dual running back situation, in my opinion. I still think Montgomery is pretty hurt. I mean, if the Bears are smart, bench him. I mean, you guys are not really playing for anything, so let him get rested.
Kenny, do you agree?
What do you mean the Bears aren't playing for anything? Look at how great Justin Fields looked last week. He absolutely blew past his player prop of 150 passing yards. Not kidding. That was his player prop line for passing yards last week.
Low.
Was 149.5. To put it in perspective, backups like Joe Flacco, their line was around 210. So not a lot of people had a lot of faith in Justin Fields. And he blew past it with a blistering 174 yards. So I don't love David Montgomery. That being said, I traded for him in a league today. So, I hope that I honestly hope that Herbert keeps the backfield. I think he's the more dynamic back. But
Coach Peanut has a valuable follow-up question for you, Kenny. Is Kenny already waving the white flag in this?
I
ITL
have been
Listener
competing
League?
every single week in that league, and it does not matter. My team is not good. I do not have
feel
a good
that
team.
deep in my fantasy
I've got
bones.
Kamara banged up. I've got Kittle forgetting that he actually catches the football too, not just laying guys out with lead blocks. And so I thought that there was points for lead blocks. I thought it was half point lead block PPR, but apparently I'm wrong. So.
And Coach Peanut follows up with there's competing and there's just showing up. Let's just move on from this. This could get bad. I will say, Kenny, I've had weeks where I just have to yell at my players and
A fraud.
yeah, that's just what I'm yelling, and I could get a complete fan reaction for that. But let's Dak Prescott's not playing this week, so all you Dak lovers, we're gonna talk about Cooper Rush in just a moment. Dak's not playing this week; can't even grip a football. He's not playing, and Tua is out as well. So my 2 fantasy quarterbacks for one league that I have, I'm gonna go to another third option as we followed the Tua train last week. All right, guys, let's go to our first And our second headline of the night. That is right. The legend of Cooper Rush is 4-0. Obviously, topping everybody's headlines for the week is Dallas Cowboys starting quarterback Cooper Rush. He is now a whopping 4-0. Guys, it continues to happen. Mark is working on a hype video if somehow we end up beating the Los Angeles Rams this week. But let's start off. Cooper Rush looked great again against Washington and found his number one target over and over again. CeeDee Lamb looks like a number one. Michael Gallup return looked fantastic in the lineup. Noah Brown was a little off. Dalton Schultz couldn't get started, but Zeke looked fantastic. Kenny, you're the resident Cowboys fan with me. How do you feel about Cooper Rush right now?
He's doing exactly what you want a backup quarterback to do. He has thrown 4 touchdowns and no interceptions in his 3 games. Well, like what more do you expect from him? He's also throwing over 200 yards a game, so it's not like he's just checking it down. He goes long when he has to, and he had some long bombs to Noah Brown. He had the nice pass to CeeDee Lamb. I mean, Dallas is leaning on this defense, but man, this is a top 5 defense in the NFL. I don't care what anybody says. You can talk competition. You can talk whatever you want. The fact that you have that pass rush, you've got Trayvon Diggs. Yes, he gives up quite a few yards, but he's also got a couple picks on the year. So the secondary is solid. And I mean, Dallas is better than I expected. I thought that we would be 2-2 at best at this juncture. The fact that we're 3-1, I'll take the L this week against the Rams if that's what ends up happening. But they haven't looked like world beaters either, so I'm not ruling out that the legend doesn't continue.
Eric, from the outside perspective, right, because I'm completely biased with my take that's about to come out, how do you feel about Cooper Rush and the Dallas Cowboys?
I mean, from an outside perspective, pretty shocking. I didn't expect them to win this weekend. I mean, Kenny, you and I thought this was going to be their one game that they had to actually lose, But, I mean, he outperformed my expectations, especially as a backup. He's doing really, really well. I hope he does well this weekend. I really do.
Yep. And for me, you keep him in until he loses. That's how I feel. Make sure Dak is 100% healthy and then make the swap. I absolutely think, and I'm going to go on record and say it, Dak Prescott's a better quarterback. I'm not going to go on here and say Cooper Rush is a better quarterback. I don't know why people keep trying to compare the two. There's no comparison. He's a fantastic backup quarterback. He's winning games. Like
when Dak's ready to go, though, that's his team.
You flip it.
Yeah,
you flip it. Like there's no karma. I know people are upset because they think Dak deserves what he did to Roten. There's no karma. Dak Prescott's the starting quarterback, and you can tweet me. You can do whatever you want. That's how it is. I want to keep it on the NFC East, though, guys. Is it NFC least? No more. Philly 4-0, Dallas 3-1, the Giants a whopping 3-1, and then for some reason the Commanders just never get better, 1-3. But NFC East has the most winningest record through 4. Is this no longer the NFC least? I'll start with you, Eric.
I mean, I think you guys are just getting lucky in that division. You know what?
Wow.
Okay. If I'm being honest, let me give me a minute. The Giants has my expectation of the Giants were not to be 3-1 in the first 4 weeks. I expected a 1-3 team or even an 0-4 team. They turned that team around, so they're winning. Dallas, I mean, one bad loss, and then you guys lost your quarterback, and you guys are still 3-1. Great. And the Eagles are just kicking ass, if I'm being honest. The Commanders, I don't want to talk about them, so take it from there.
What?
All right, Kenny, I'm going to go over to you. How are you feeling about the NFC East?
I mean, come on. The schedules have been weak. Let's call it what it is. The Giants just beat the Bears. So they're not exactly world beaters. They lost to the Cowboys. They beat Tennessee. And
it may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me, okay?
That's right, Kenny. That's right.
Are we going to sit there and act like they're incredible? Like
They're
the Eagles were down 14-0 to the Jags and came back. I'm still not a believer in the Jaguars. Sorry, guys. They beat Detroit. So they beat Minnesota, but it was Kirk in primetime.
That's true.
We can't act like they're 4-0 is now. Don't get me wrong. I still think the Eagles are going to go on and they're going to be 12-5, 13-4. When you look at that schedule, it is not a difficult schedule for the Eagles. If I had to put money on it now, I would actually pick them to be the number 1 seed in the NFC by the time playoff time rolls around. But Cowboys, outside of that Bengals win, they've won the games that they should. And yeah, the Commanders, the Commuters, the Commodores, Commodores, I don't know what you want to call them. Certainly not a football team. That's what they used to be called. So Washington's bad, and I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, it usually has like fans saying "Commanders," like come on. Anyways, talking about other division that's saying, well, at least we finally got a quarterback. That's right, just Luke joined. Pickettsburg is here. What's going on, Luke?
You guys just had to say it. Is it the NFC least? You just had to bring me on during. Yes. Who the hell has Dallas beat this year to make them a Super Bowl contender, guys?
No one said that they were a Super Bowl contender.
Nobody said that. But nobody has said that on this show.
No, not on the show. But you check ESPN, Marcus, my boy Ryan Clark, all them boys.
We're talking about pundits at ESPN, like they're just super knowledgeable guys.
Okay. Let's be real here. Nope, we're not going to be real. They're winning the Super Bowl.
I got you, Luke. Speaking of ESPN.
A mountain so high it can keep me away.
As we follow all ESPN takes, Dallas Cowboy news, we just follow that. All right, guys, well, let's go to our Week 5 edition. The top 3 teams in the NFL are, and we start this one off with Kenny. The top 3 teams in the NFL are.
I think you have to have Philadelphia on that list. You have to have Kansas City on that list after how they looked against Tampa. It was honestly unfair to watch that Sunday night.
Yeah.
They got beat so bad that Tom got a divorce. So, I mean, that's not exactly.
He went there.
And, it may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me, okay?
We do not joke about divorce on this show, Kenny.
Easy, Tom. I didn't realize you guys were so close. And then go Buffalo. I mean, the Ravens should have kicked that field goal. I don't care what anyone says about them marching down.
Analytics say you don't kick the field goal.
Take the goddamn field goal, and then you can accept that you're going to go to overtime. Just have faith in your defense. That told me that they had no faith that their defense couldn't stop them. So take the points in that game.
You take the points, and it's easy money. Am I right, Kenny?
Easy money!
That's right. I appreciate
all
the setup.
Eric!
I love it. All right. Bills, number 1. Chiefs, number 2. Especially with that ass kicking. I did not expect that to be so bad. And then 3, the Eagles. I need to see the Eagles play a real team, not against the Vikings on primetime.
Luke.
I think after that ass whooping, I think the Chiefs deserve 1 now. Bills 2, Eagles 3, probably.
Play it.
No, I'm not gonna play it. It was tempting, though. It was tempting.
Are you gonna play it after you pick the exact same 3 teams?
I might. But what I am going to say this, number 3, the Dallas Cowboys. That is what, no, I'm just kidding. It's not the Dallas Cowboys. It's not the Dallas Cowboys. I just wanted to fuck with Luke. I'm just kidding, man.
They're up there, though.
Coach of the year.
Cowboys are a top 10 team, though. Prove me wrong.
15.
No,
top 10. What are we doing here?
What are you talking about?
They're 9.
That's still top 10. So I need Luke to tell me. I need Luke to tell me who the teams are. Where are you putting them, Luke?
I'll give them 12.
Are the Packers ahead of them?
No.
Okay.
I need to know what the 11
that worries
teams.
me
I don't
a
know
bit.
if you can name 3 teams ahead.
Right now? No, I can't.
So just so everybody knows, Andrew's not able to make it on today, but he wanted to make sure everybody knew his top 3 teams. So
the
Bills,
exact same list.
Chiefs, and Eagles.
Don't do it.
Thank you for weighing in with the same picks we already said.
Andrew with the Bills, Chiefs, and Eagles pick. There's not much I can say on that.
A mountain so high it can keep me away.
Just so you know, I just do that so I can check the text messages I have coming on. No, I'm just kidding. My top 3 teams. I'm going to put the Bucks at 3. I still think they're a very good team. I still have them up there. I think the Chiefs are just better. Chiefs at 2, Eagles at 1. Those are my top 3 teams.
Whoa,
Bills are 4. Bills are 4 for me.
Wow.
For those wanting to know. Yeah.
They're just better?
Who's better?
The Buccaneers are just better?
No wide receivers, Buccaneers?
Yeah, they're a better team.
Bucks are better than who?
The Bills.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Record that.
What are we doing here?
I'm sorry. I right now the Bucks are a better team.
Are you
In what
serious?
world?
My world.
But they have no receivers.
That doesn't matter to me.
Didn't you saw the game Sunday though, right?
Yeah.
We
yeah,
all
I
saw
just think I just think the Chiefs are that good.
I will say I do think that the Bucks offense is better than they're getting credit for.
Yeah, I agree.
And that
their defense is very
Godwin being back at 100% matters.
Yeah,
I honestly think
Julio's back.
He is the most important piece in the offense outside of Tom. It's not Mike Evans because Tom loves to go underneath in that 8 to 12 range that he made a career off of with Gronk and Welker.
Do you want to know what the Bucks offense is doing right now, Eric? It's just temperature rising, my brother.
I'm just
give it a couple weeks.
My brother.
I am surprised that they're higher than the Bills. That's it.
No, yeah, I have them right there. Bills are number 4, Cowboys 5. That's my top 10 right there. That's my top 5. Just so you guys know, Andrew wanted to let you all know
that he won week 4.
That he won week 4. Yeah, that's absolutely week number 4 picks champion to you, Kenneth. His name is
I've
Kevin.
only won like the last 35 weeks of the past 2 seasons, so that's a tough L for me, right?
We're gonna go right into Weather with Eric Sports Picks before we go into our way too early primetime pick'em. And boy, do we have some doozy picks for you! But Eric's gonna come on the screen now and show us the first 2 games we're gonna play tonight. Only 2 games tonight. We have to beat the record of 2 picks. And we're starting with Kenny on both because Kenny said he would beat everybody. And so Kenny's going to try to get it in 1 pick. Kenny's going to start us off here with the first pick.
Yeah, that'll definitely happen. Where do we want to start tonight?
I mean,
well, let's think about, right? What
number
has
1
happened
offense
past weekend.
Well, you want to get a guy that's kind of in the middle of age range and everything. So let's go with Chris Godwin.
Ooh. Got wide receiver right.
Yeah, I feel good about this.
Luke, do you want to go second?
Let me move this for you, Luke.
He's in the NFC. He's a wide receiver.
But he's not in the South. And he's taller. How tall is Debo? Although is Debo younger than that?
He's younger than that.
He's kind of middle-aged. Allen Robinson?
That's number 1, though.
Hang on, Luke is choosing.
I'm just picking for Luke. I'm just calling out names.
Thielen.
Oh
no! I hope that it's right.
Damn it,
man! That's a lot of close ones, though.
Wait, he's older than that?
Yeah.
And what's Thielen? 32.
Thielen's 30. Yeah, Julio Jones.
Well, no, because Julio's in the South.
It's not in the South.
Oh.
So it has to be Dallas division or the West. Who's
is AJ Brown old?
No, he's not.
No.
AJ Green?
Oh. I think we got it. Yeah.
Oh! Pew, 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 pew. All right, Kenny. What do you want?
Hold on. I mean, it may be late, but
Give me a hell yeah!
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I got one.
Ryan Tannehill.
God
ooh, that's a win. That's a win. Just walk it off.
Nothing.
Oh, okay. So that narrows it down.
All right, I got this.
Guys. We know we know he's in the NFC and he's not a QB. Cooper Kupp. We're getting
what?
I'm choosing.
Cooper
Eric's
Kupp.
gonna play. Eric's like, I'm playing. You guys shut up.
Jesus.
There we go. NFC North receiver has to be over the number 13, under the age of 26, and shorter than 6'5", which is everybody else.
Oh, short.
He's younger?
13.
He has to be 22 or younger. Still a wide receiver in the NFC North.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, what number is he?
But
Probably
14, isn't he?
Wait, I'm wrong, St. Brown?
Yeah.
This is pick number 4 for those listening. And we get it on number 4. That's right. That's Kenny. Kenny Cotterill with the pick. Numbers 1 and 2.
Still haven't beat the record.
Pick.
Probably won't get close.
Yeah, Eric had to just take a stab at one. Eric, do another one, Eric, and just put Michael Gallup and tell me how I got it in one shot. You're welcome.
All right. I'll refresh it right now.
Just deep pull with Michael Gallup.
in case you guys didn't know, we have a BCMG stream team at Blue Collar Media Group. The stream team is on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. You can check them out. We have a lot of them live right now. Mama Bear is live tonight. Sean is the Ginger on Twitch is live tonight. You can check them out on Facebook and Twitch, respectively. But we do have a wonderful promo that you can see all of our wonderful streamers on. And then we're going to go right into round 2. So check it out.
Yo, Jill going down the hill. Gonna go fetch Jack in his little pill. Jack feeling down and that's pretty bad. Let's go.
Oh, yo, clip that. Clip that headshot.
No.
A pistol. What the? Okay, that didn't count.
Woo, let's go, baby. Clutch it up. Yeah, I like it.
What? No way. Did that precision just kill me?
Let's go!
Nice, Papa!
Papa with the clutch kill at the end. Let's go.
Oh, I missed. That was bad.
Got him.
Nice.
Man, I'm going to go steal their shit.
That is definitely green.
You're dumb and it's orange.
We're both wrong, red.
I could get that solo if I tried it a couple times, but we'll come back to it.
I'm fucking dick right now. Holy shit. Like, I fucking suck right now.
Yeah, I can tell.
The BCMG stream team, one of our beloved sections and sectors of Blue Collar Media Group. Go check them out, guys. Twitch, Facebook, everything. Check them out. All right, right after this small break, we're going to round 2. All right, for those listening, round 2, ITL NFL Pick'em Week 5 edition. We are here the way too early. Pick'em is what we're called now. We do it one day after the previous games for immediate gut-checking reactions and about an hour of all 22 watching. We're going to go right into Thursday Night Football. And for those of you who don't know what Thursday Night Football, we are going to the beautiful city of Denver. The Denver Broncos are 3.5-point favorites versus the Indianapolis Colts, who did not look very good this past week. And we already talked about Jonathan Taylor. We'll start this one off with number 2. That's right, Kenny Cotterill. Who do you have in this game and why?
You had to throw in that I was number 2, hey? I'm picking Indianapolis, but I don't love it. I just don't know what's wrong with Denver. I cannot figure it out. And I know Javonte Williams is done for the year. Very sad to see that he's done for the year. They don't trust Melvin Gordon enough that they signed Latavius Murray off the Saints practice squad. So I don't know how that run game is going to look for Denver. That being said, you don't really know how it's going to look for the Colts. But the Colts also haven't made sense all year because they beat Kansas City and then they go and lose at home to the Titans. So based off of the trends of Indy, I'm going to take them to win and obviously cover 3.5.
Colts are Kenny's first pick to start us off. The producers in the Rockets fan cave right now going with the Indianapolis Colts as well. So we have double Colts action so far on way too early primetime pick 'em. Eric, we got
Broncos minus 3.5. Yes, they're losing their starting running back, but I think the Broncos just needs a couple more games to gel. I think I'll be very dominant. And I think this is going to be one of the games, especially with Indianapolis bearing all those injuries. I think they're missing half their defense, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Leonard isn't playing, and that's a huge loss. So I think Denver wins at least by 6.
Luke, going over to you.
Yeah, both these teams are head shakers, to be honest with you. I mean, I really don't want to watch either one of them play a football game. So, I think the Broncos can do it. I think this is a Jerry Jeudy week. It was Cam Sutton last week, or not Cam Sutton. Yeah, Cortland. Goddamn, I always get those confused. Cortland Sutton last week. Figure it's probably going to be a Jerry Jeudy week this week. So I'm going to take the Broncos this week.
I love that. We're going to start this off early, but guys, this is going to be labeled as ITLs. It is the snoozer of the
girl
week.
doing this for me.
I can't even see Luke. So.
It's the snoozer of the week. This is the one where on Thursday Night Football, you relax. It's been a long week at work. You're going to chill on the couch. You watch Jerry Jeudy get his point. It's a 10-9 win for the Denver Broncos. I got Denver money.
You ain't kidding. That sounds about right.
The Denver Broncos 10-9, taking Jeudy with the only touchdown of the game, and they may be losing the whole game 7-3. That just may be the truth. It's a Russell Wilson winning drive. 10-9. Taking Broncos to win this one in a close one. Broncos money line is my pick for this one. Let's take us over to a game that might be just a little bit better, but it will not do much for you. In London, we are going to watch Green Bay. Green Bay is going to be the game over there. Green Bay Packers -8 versus the Giants. So 8-point favorites in the beautiful city of London. Eric, you're starting this one. Who you have in this game and why?
Yeah, Packers money line. I think this is where the Giants are going to be exposed. And I think that rookie Dobes, or however you pronounce his last name, is going to have a big game that weekend. And the run game is going to come out strong.
Packers money line, the first pick of Pick'em so far. Luke,
I don't care to watch this game either. I feel so bad for Will and them over there. Finally you at least got the Packers coming, but then who are they playing? The Giants. So I don't really like the Packers trying to cover 8. What have they really proven to cover 8 points? But the running game ain't going to be working for the Giants. I know that. That defense for Green Bay is pretty good. That front seven's pretty good. So I'll give it the Packers, but, I don't know. Sure, I'll give them 8.
you're going Green Bay -8?
Yeah, sure.
Whoa.
Big spread pick 'em right there for Luke. I am taking Green Bay to win this game and not cover, taking Green Bay money line as well. I think Aaron Rodgers and company will put on a show in London. I was talking to the guys before tonight's episode, and I just think Aaron Rodgers' first game, the only team to not play in London, and I'm all about it. I'm gonna really be watching this game just because I want to see him put a show on. He's gonna have tons of fans. Going Aaron Rodgers, doing discount double check at least twice in the end zone this time. Green Bay wins this one by a couple scores, but I still would only choose money line for the late game score by the Giants. Kenny.
Giants are awful. They are the worst 3-1 team in NFL history, outside of maybe Denver last year. So I'm taking Green Bay to win and cover, although they couldn't cover against Zappy. Was that his name?
Yeah.
That's right.
But
Zappe.
They couldn't cover against Zappy and Hoyer, but they both might be better than Daniel Jones. So give me the Packers.
We have what we would call in the betting world That is right. A temperature rising, a precarious situation. We don't have the producer's pick yet, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is at least a Green Bay money line. Put those fingers in the air. That's right. A BCMG guarantee. That is right. A BCMG guarantee. So much hype. And in case you didn't know this, we hit last week. The BCMG guarantee went 5-0 in our pick'em last week. Would have won you $112 if you put a $5 bet. So I hope some of y'all took advantage of that and put those money line bets in. First BCMG guarantee is Green Bay money line. And we move on to our next game, which is the game of the week. We are taking our talents over to Eric's house. That's where we're going.
Arizona.
That is right. The Arizona Cardinals play host to the #1 power ranking team, the Philadelphia Eagles, 5.5-point favorites on the road. It's the Bird Bowl, guys. That's what we call it down in the valley when we see the Hawks and the Cardinals play. You guys know what I'm talking about. Cardinals versus Eagles in the NFL's Bird Bowl. We'll start this one off with Luke. Luke, who do you got?
It's one of those games. It's going to be hyped up. It's game of the week, but it's an East Coast team traveling to the West Coast. I mean, everything has this spelled out for an Eagles loss. Yep. So I'm going to go with the Eagles.
A live look at the crowd behind Luke right now.
A fraud! A big fraud!
Wow, this is some pandemonium over there, as Luke calls.
Is that Josh Elliott screaming
that? It just might be. Eric, who you got?
You know what? Give me Cards plus 5.5.
Wow, going Cards plus 5.5.
I think this is a game where they're going to struggle. They have to travel to the West Coast. I mean, I really do think the Eagles are going to struggle this week.
You got it, and so we've got a lot of Arizona love happening here. Kenny, who you got?
I don't like saying it, but I'm going to take the Eagles. I don't think that they cover that line, though. They kind of slipped up early against the Jags, and then honestly, I think weather more than anything else played a factor in that comeback. And so I think that Arizona will cover that, but I will take Philadelphia money line.
Producer's going with the Cardinals for this pick. So we have 3 Cardinals picks and an Eagle. I'm going to be right there with Kenny. I'm taking the Eagles, and I like them to cover. So I'm taking Eagles to win this game and actually win it handedly. I think this should be -14 in my opinion. So taking the Eagles to win this game in a blowout, and it's not close ever. And I think it's going to be storyline central of, can DeAndre Hopkins get here soon enough? Starting on ESPN. So going Eagles to win this game handedly. No BCMG guarantee for this one, but we have a doozy as our group is totally split on this game. It doesn't make for any better of a pick'em if we didn't have some animosity between friends. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, guys.
Somewhere around there. I know they're here somewhere. We have friends. Trust me. Let's go to Baltimore. Sunday night football goes to Baltimore, where those Baltimore Ravens look for some redemption and to actually close out a damn football game. Ravens -3 against those surging Bengals, who looked like they were going to be out of it. For those who don't remember, my wife called them bagels for a whole year, and we had what do we have? We had heroes and bagels for the Rams versus Bengals Super Bowl. Anyway, so here's back. #NFL's back with us. There's Luke. What's up, buddy?
I don't know what happened. It just went black.
You were gone. We queued a Stevie Wonder song and we just kept going on with it. All right, we're gonna start this one off. Ravens -3 versus the Bengals. I like home teams when it comes to division matchups, especially in rivalry games. I'm going Ratbirds to start this one off and cover on Sunday Night Football. I think it's going to be a fantastic game, though. Lots of fantasy points. Taking the Ravens 33-27 at home against the Cincinnati Bengals. Kenny, you're up next.
As much as I want to see the Ratbirds lose, we'll probably get a moment where John Harbaugh goes for it and he gets it, and everyone praises how great John Harbaugh is and how big of a genius he is for going for it when he should probably kick the points again. So I'm going to take the Ravens to win. I think this is honestly going to be a push, but I'm going to take them to cover.
Kenny's choosing a tie for the first time here on, and I'm just kidding, Kenny. I'll cover it. Ravens -3. Eric.
Give me Ravens -3 as well. I think this is going to be a statement game saying, hey, we're the real deal, especially with the terrible, terrible game last week, and especially losing against, especially with that comeback with Miami, I think this is a game where they have to step it up. I really do.
That is right. Before we go over to Luke, just another friendly reminder. We are on BCMG Guarantee Watch Alert. Luke, who do you have in this game?
Why do you have to do this to me in the divisional game? Like, why did you have to do this to me?
Yes,
Like,
Pittsburgh.
Don't even want to talk about that fucking dumpster fire. Oh God, Ratbirds. Because I just don't understand how many more times John Harbaugh has to fuck up to realize, hey, let's just win a game. So we're going to go with the Ratbirds this week.
All right, you guys, get those fingers in the air and wave them like you just don't care. That is a... That's right, a BCMG guarantee. Put it on there. Baltimore -3 onto those parlays. It looks like a doozy so far. Green Bay money line, Baltimore -3. We're 4 games in. We have 2 guarantees. Steve is rolling around in his bed as he's in dreamland right now. Rachel agrees. They're going Baltimore as well. They got the light symbols, so the producers are on board with that. That takes us to our Monday night football game, where we're going to have some fun in the beautiful city of Kansas City. I actually like this game a lot. I think this is going to be a really good game. I think Las Vegas looked desperate last week, went back to the run. They went back to Josh Jacobs. He did phenomenal on my bench for fantasy. And I think that they're going to go right back to that game plan. Hunter Renfrow may play in this game. I think it'll do wonders. I think the Chiefs ultimately win this game. I think they're the better team. Or like I said, I think Kansas City's just very talented right now early on in the season. And we'll just get better as Patrick Mahomes figures it out without Tyreek Hill. Scary moment, though, when everybody saw Travis Kelce go down last week. I think everyone was like, oh, shit. And then we all caught our breath. Taking Kansas City to win this game, but the Raiders to cover. I think it's a backdoor cover. I think the Chiefs are up probably around 13 points in the fourth, and the Raiders get a backdoor cover. Make it interesting late. Chiefs to win, Raiders to cover. Go over to you, Eric.
Same here. I think they're going to go back to their run game. Jacobs did great. And their defense actually came up. Got a fumble return back to the house. But I would like to take Chiefs. You know what? Chiefs money line in this one. Because, I think 7 is a lot, especially in a divisional game. And Raiders are going to come out desperate again.
Luke?
The Raiders are a bad football team. They are not a good football team.
That's a very true statement.
They just aren't. At the beginning of the year, they were getting crowned Super Bowl champs already, and they are dead last in their division. So, to be the king, you got to beat the king. I don't think they're beating the Kansas City Chiefs. So, I'll take the Chiefs, but I could see definitely a garbage time cover. So, I'll take garbage time.
All right, guys. The producers have also chosen Kansas City to be their choice here. Just for the record, I'm going to post it on screen. Kansas City Chiefs, or the producer's pick, goes to Kenny, and what some would label a precarious situation for you, Kenny. So it's going to go over to you, and just for those watching. Yeah, we're almost there. Go ahead, Kenny.
Here's how bad the Raiders are. Last year, they lost this game 48-9. So even if Kansas City scored 2 less touchdowns and the Raiders scored 2 more touchdowns, the Chiefs would still cover. So I'm taking the Chiefs to win and cover.
Chiefs win and cover, which means put those fingers in the air and wave them like you just don't care. That's a BCMG guarantee. We'll play it after we wave those fingers. That's right. Let's go. Kenny and Luke are all hyped up. You can see those fingers going crazy. We got a 1 ball throw. We had 1 finger wave. People are going crazy behind me in the stands. It's a crazy sensation here in San Antonio. Just roll the damn tape. Fuck it, and there's no stands. I'm just gonna play it. All right, guys. So that is it for Primetime Pick'em. Round 2 is over. For those that are still watching, thank you. We love you. We're gonna go to our fire round picks right after this brief break. That's right. It is fire round pick'em, round number 3. We are here.
What are the odds that this week we can get through the fire round in under 10 minutes?
There's that's a good
no
bet.
Analysis, straight up picks. Say your team
Straight
and
up
we roll.
picks. We can probably do it to an extent. Then we're gonna get to the Cowboys game and fuck it all up. Let's just be honest.
Now let's spend 25 minutes on why Cooper Rush is better than Cooper Cup.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, but one Cooper won this past week. That's all I'm saying.
And is undefeated. I don't want to go there. Let's not go there. Vikings Bears are the first game on today's slot.
No one's choosing the Bears, right?
Is anybody choosing the Bears? We are already talking finger waves here in fire round. We just got started. Let me just cue it on there. That's right. BCMG guarantee.
We're gonna spend more time on you doing
on the
BCMG
sounders,
guarantees
on the damn
than
sounders.
on the actual picks.
Yeah.
Vikings are going to win this game. It's not even going to be close. Let me just catch up on this parlay here. So Kansas City money line, Minnesota money line have been added. Baltimore money line has been. This is going to be a very big parlay this week. Kenny, get that thing ready. We don't want to be waiting 20 minutes at the end of tonight's episode. We're waiting on you for the parlay at the end. Okay, you are the betting.
I have not been keeping track.
This is going to be fantastic. Let's move on. Jaguars, Texans, and where I'm already getting my finger ready for this one. Anybody picking the Texans to win this game? He's a one. That's right. It's another BCMG guarantee. Wave your fingers in the air.
Lou got scared for a second.
Just for analysis sakes, though. Just for analysis sakes. Does anybody want to talk about fantasy players for Houston other than Dameon Pierce?
Strictly Dameon Pierce. That's it. Actually,
no, Christian
there is a
Kirk.
Cook sighting. There was a Brandon Cook sighting. There was.
Brandon Cooks did have a good week. He finally showed up.
He had a sight. We had a sight.
Do we have Eagles money line in the parlay?
Not yet, but we will.
Just add it.
Minnesota and Jacksonville are officially part of the parlay. That takes us to our next game, which is probably another BCMG guarantee. We have a Texans pick from the producers, so the producers are going with the Texans in this game.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I'm
so
hey, do it, Ernest. You have to do it.
Oh, I don't even know which one to play, but I'm just gonna go with this.
It may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me. Okay?
Come on this show with that blasphemy and choose the Texans. That's right. Browns Chargers is what's gonna be a barn burner in Cleveland. Nothing circles the toilet bowl like the Cleveland Browns. Anybody choosing the Browns in the upset of the week?
No.
I do hope Keenan Allen finally plays.
Okay, Chargers money line. Let's roll.
Chargers money line. That's right. Put those fingers in the air. That's a BCMG guarantee for all of you who are worried about it. We're adding the Chargers there. Kenny's can't believe it. Roll it. And my ears are hurting after that one. All right, let's take us to the next game. Which are we gonna have a conversation? We might. Jets versus Dolphins in New York. This is gonna be an interesting one for some. Kenny was the lone winner on the Jets pick last week. Congrats to Kenny. Kenny, you're rolling with the Jets again.
Yes, Jets money line.
All right. I think we have a difference. I am Miami money line on this one. Give me Teddy or give me death. Eric.
I got Miami money line.
There's two Miami picks. Luke.
Fuck. I'm not picking the goddamn Jets after last week.
Jets.
Sucks.
Wow.
I'm more excited for Jets than I do BCMG guarantee.
So it's very interesting because I just realized the producer that's in our studio is one producer and the other producer is commenting on the actual feed, and they both
Correct.
chose opposite
Correct.
picks here.
Yeah.
So Rachel, the producer, has chosen the Jets as the pick. So Kenny and Rachel on the same team, but the producer backstage, which I'm guessing is Londo, has chosen Miami. So unless Rachel has split personality, I'm not sure what's happening here. But we're going to go with that. They're split. It's a 4-2 win. Or, yeah, I think there's 6 of us. Yeah, 4-2 win for the Dolphins in this one. Let's move on. Tampa Bay versus Falcons. And we all know what happened at 28-3.
Tampa Bay. No one's taking Atlanta, are
anybody choosing Atlanta? No love for Atlanta? I'm already rolling
No
the light.
Cordero Patterson, no offense. Next.
Yeah.
Whoa. Algier's going to look pretty good. I'm starting him. Tyler Algier will get a touchdown. He'll score. Wow. Roll it. You know who that is. Don't you lie.
We taking Bills money line too while we're at it? Because I don't think anyone's taking Kenny Pickett on the road to win his first start.
We're not there yet. We're actually going to have a decent debate with this one. Patriots, Lions in New England.
Are we?
This is going to be a fun one. Anybody taking the Patriots?
Sure.
You're taking the Patriots?
I'm in.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Give me the reason why.
He knows something. That's
I'm
why.
intrigued.
Patriots are 3-point favorites. They're playing at home. Detroit likes to blow leads. I'm rolling with it.
Well, I mean, Detroit still doesn't have Swift back either.
Also, yeah, there's no Swift. They may not have Amon-Ra St. Brown again. They just gave up 45 points to the Seahawks. Are we acting like this team's good?
But the Patriots doesn't have a defense. They're not going to be able to stop TJ. I mean, not that TJ, the other TJ.
What, Hawkinson's going off for another 180 yards, 2 TDs? No, I'm good. I'm taking Patriots.
Fantasy team took that. Okay, both producers are taking New England here. Eric.
Oh, I'm taking Detroit.
Eric's very confident with that Detroit pick. Kenny already gave us New England. Luke.
Can I pick nobody?
Is this not our snoozer? Honestly, we have a backup QB against a team with no weapons.
Third backup team. Third quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, Zaggy's playing? Or Ziggy, whatever his name is?
Zappy?
Also, Mac Jones might play.
This is
I
just
thought he was
for
out
Kenny.
for 3 weeks.
This is just for Kenny. That's just to get us to the
It's always
one
the
always
girl
gets
in
me.
in the stands that's getting me.
Kenny went to sleep. All right.
Lions.
Lions for Luke. Lions for me as well. I think the Lions win this game.
You guys are a joke.
You're a joke. Saints versus Seahawks in another snoozer of the week.
How are the Saints 5.5-point favorites right now when we don't know if Jameis is going to play, if Kamara is going to play, if Thomas is going to play?
Thomas is supposed to play.
I mean, he's supposed to, but I've seen weirder stuff.
But isn't Kamara coming back this weekend?
He could.
He's supposed to be. But he's supposed to be back last weekend, too.
But these guys haven't been ruled in the lineup yet. That's what I'm saying is why are they 5.5-point?
Vegas knows something.
It's the same thing with
Seattle.
the Vikings, though.
I'm taking Seattle again.
Kenny going with Seattle here. Luke.
Geno Smith show, baby.
Geno's been like a top 10 quarterback this year. I don't think that's an over-exaggeration.
Listen, they compared his numbers to Russell Wilson, and he's beating Russell Wilson.
He's beating him,
right
yeah.
now.
I don't think that's an overreaction that he's a top 10 quarterback the way that he's played through 4 weeks.
He might be better than Cooper Rush. We don't know.
No.
Well, no, because Cooper Rush doesn't lose games.
Fuck, here we go.
All about the win column.
Eric, just give me your damn pick.
What?
Dude,
What? What? What?
That's my favorite one, and you cut it short.
Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead.
What? What? What?
Eric, I just need your pick.
Saints.
What? What? What?
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate your pick today. I'm taking the Saints to win as well, just to be different. Saints to win because all of them will end up starting because Vegas knows it, and then Seattle will finally come down to earth, regress to the mean. Let's go to what will be the only Steelers pick from just Luke. Bills versus Steelers. No, not Luke's pick.
Listen, I might be high, but I ain't that high. Ain't that high.
Are the Bills going to rest their starters?
I mean, Josh Allen's probably seriously just going to have 500 yards by himself.
I don't know. New England kept it close against Green Bay. I've seen crazier stuff happen. But I'm going to go ahead and already start warming up the light real quick. Is anybody taking the Steelers? That's a BCMG guarantee. That's right. Play all your Buffalo
I feel
Bills.
so bad for Luke on Sundays. I'm sending him an hourly message for a wellness check.
I mean, I was running for the Razors after that debacle.
Luke, go to church. Shut off your phone.
I went to church. I needed it.
Enjoy
Don't
your
let Kenny know.
worship because Kenny
Don't let
Pickett's
Kenny
getting
know where you're
baptized.
I needed
on
Jesus
Sunday.
after that.
That's going to be
But I'll
bad,
tell you right now,
bud.
Kenny Pickett to score a rushing touchdown. Take that wherever that's at. Take
Yeah,
that.
when Najee's down at the goal line and every fantasy owner's clamoring, and then he
Absolutely.
just punches it in
And
himself.
they said, "Hey, we haven't ran a QB sneak in 18 years. Why don't we start running it now?"
We've been saving this one in the playbook since 04.
Absolutely.
Give me a hell yeah.
That's the whole stadium for
Wait,
you.
so our
Luke.
Bills money line in our parlay at
It is
-1500?
minus 1500 is in the parlay. Let's move on. Commanders versus Titans, in which I think we're all going to be split on this one.
Really?
I do.
Who are you choosing?
Who's choosing? Let me go down around the room. Kenny.
There's no way people are taking Washington.
Kenny,
I don't
what you
even
got?
care that they're at home. Give me the Titans by 1,000,000.
Luke.
Titans.
I might alt spread that to Titans minus 10.5.
Wow. Eric.
Not kidding.
Is Robinson playing?
He is projected to make his first appearance on the field.
I want to see.
I thought that it was just they could activate him, but they don't know if he's going to yet.
No, it's his first eligible week. He's done 4 weeks, so it's his first.
Well, it's
eligible.
eligible. It doesn't mean that he'll play.
Vegas
Right.
knows something.
But because everything that I read today was that they don't know if he'll play this week, and with them having a Thursday nighter, they might even wait until week 7 for him to play.
As long as Jahad Dotson gets a touchdown, that's all I give a shit.
As long as Antonio Gibson keeps losing snaps.
Dotson's questionable to play. He's hurt.
Then why are you picking the Commanders, Ernest?
I'm not picking the Commanders.
I'm not picking the Commanders.
Then why are we having this discussion? We're all on the Titans.
Do it. Do the finger.
I was playing devil's advocate.
Who's divided on taking Carson Wentz?
What is wrong with you?
We just demolished the Commanders. I know how bad that team is. I don't know why you guys are getting
We
mad
have
at me.
9 BCMG guarantees right now.
That sounds about right.
A fraud.
Wow.
The Commanders aren't frauds because there never were anything. How could they be frauds?
Let's move on. Panthers versus 49ers in the second to last game of the week that we have to talk about before we get to the real game
We have
want
to
discuss.
watch.
Panthers versus Niners. Guys, I don't know if anybody's choosing the Panthers in this game. Are we just doing another BCMG guarantee here?
Carolina at home.
Now?
You're taking Carolina at home.
Carolina at home.
Okay, we got our first discrepancy here in the books. Carolina is Kenny's pick. Eric.
I don't know why he's choosing Carolina. I want to know why.
Oh, you don't get inside information.
I don't need inside information. We see
I
how
think
they
that's what
play.
the point of the show is, Kenny. Tell people why you're
I'm
going
really
Carolina.
curious.
Well, no, because then I can act like a genius on Sunday if it happens, but then if it doesn't, then I can say, "Oh, tough
You
shit, that
immediately
happened."
don't look like a genius now because the producers
Holy
are going
Colin
Carolina.
Cowherd syndrome. Holy fuck. Max Kellerman. I didn't know we
Because
had
the
him on here
NFL
today.
doesn't make sense.
Look,
That's why.
This is
We watched San Francisco lose in a monsoon to Justin Fields. And
This-
so
the
a
monsoon.
road
Future Hall
game
of
against
Famer
Baker
Justin
Mayfield,
Fields.
I don't think is out of the question for Carolina to pull this off.
For all of you who held on to DJ Moore,
Massive letdown spot coming off Monday night against the Rams as well.
congratulations. DJ Moore's stat line for this Sunday will be 8 catches, 103 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And you heard it here first.
I'm
He's
in.
going to get traded.
San Francisco
Hey,
wins
that would help me
38-14. though.
not be 0-5 at the end of this week in ITL Listener League. Because I didn't bank on DJ Moore being my wide receiver 1 this year. Who would do
No,
that?
not at all. Not at all. So it looks like everybody except for the producers and Kenny are going San Francisco. Luke, are you going Carolina as well?
Nah.
No.
I figured that as much.
I
Let's
think
talk
Matt
about
Rule gets fired after this week.
This is either a big separation week or
bad.
Kenny gets sent to the basement.
Yeah, this might be bad, Kenny, for you. Let's go to the game that everybody's watching and everybody cares about. That's right, Rams Cowboys in a Sunday afternoon game where every Cowboys fan is barbecuing that barbecue and everybody's watching the game. High spirits. Rams Cowboys. We'll start this one off with Luke, the unbiased number one.
Of course, we got to start it with me. Of course.
I don't even know why you're saying that.
Of course. Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys are the first pick, and I don't want to overreact, but. Uh-oh. Eric, second unbiased pick.
The Rams.
Oh my gosh, tell the people why you're so wrong.
I think this is. I'm gonna say what I said last week. I think Cooper Rush is gonna do terrible this week against the Rams defense. You guys are playing a real defense. Now, don't get me wrong. We saw what happened yesterday. The Niners are good, but I think Donald's gonna come after you. I really do, and I think the Rams, after getting their asses kicked yesterday, I think they're gonna come out and play differently. I really do. This is gonna be a statement game.
Statement game is what Eric says the Los Angeles Rams will do behind the arm of Texas quarterback Matthew Stafford. Kenny, who do you have in this game?
I think the Rams are going to eat our heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer. That's how bad I think this game's going to be.
Reference.
I think they win by 10 plus points, and Dallas fans are like, oh, wait, we actually do need Dak back. Those were song lyrics, by the way. Did anyone catch that?
I did.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that, like, it's also a trending show on Netflix. Don't watch it. It's really screwed up, but yeah.
A fraud!
Well, let me tell you guys, this is what we call on the show, newly deemed term, the ITL Audible. And this is
I'm not putting it in the parlay.
BCMG guaranteed Dallas Cowboys. It doesn't even let me finish my statement. Dallas Cowboys money line. Put that in the parlay. BCMG guarantee.
It's not in the parlay, but we do have 9 plays in the parlay, so I think we're good.
We do have a pretty decent parlay. Cowboys are my pick. Cowboys, play every Cowboy you can. It's going to be a game. 24-17 Dallas over LA in this game. Okay, guys, BCMG guarantee. What is our parlay at, Kenny? And let's talk about what those picks are.
Okay, so I have Kansas City money line. I've got Jags money line, Vikings money line, Eagles money line, Packers money line, Chargers money line, Bucks money line, Bills money line, and Titans money line. Takes it to plus 1450.
Oh.
That is not great odds for a 9-leg parlay, but when most of your plays are minus 300 or worse, that'll happen.
That sounds like a good play to me. $5 on that, Kenny, gets you.
72.50.
72.50. That's 72.50. That's 667.50 more than what you would have started the morning with. Just saying it like that. BCMG parlay is 1-3 for the year. But we are coming off a win last week. Guys, I appreciate it to be on the show. We did hit over the hour mark, so I apologize for that. But we appreciate all of you in joining us tonight. Eric, why don't you tell people where they can find you and how they can listen to you tomorrow night?
You can find me on Eric Sports Picks on Twitter. And actually, breaking news. Kenny will be joining the show on Thursday. So this week's show is going to be on Thursday. Special guest Kenny will be on. We're going to talk about Texas A&M and everything else that happened in college football
now. Kenny joining the show, finally going on there with Eric Sports, because I see you guys Thursday night at what time?
7 something. I don't know.
7 something p.m. Phoenix
Just
time?
monitor anywhere between 10 and 6, depending on your time zone.
Somewhere around there. It's ITL rules. ITL rules. Luke, tell the people where they can find you.
Currently you can't find me on Twitter because I am currently locked out of my account.
What?
Can't get back in right now.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I just can't. It won't, like, I tried to send it to my phone, like a link to my phone, and it says it's the wrong phone number, and I'm thoroughly confused.
Did you get
I've only had one phone number my entire life, so I don't don't know what that's about.
Ouch.
So yeah, well, it's been Sad Boy Sunday for the past 4 weeks. So, because let's face it, the Steelers were seriously about a bad snap away from being 0-4 right now. So yeah. So the Penguins are playing October 13th in Pittsburgh. So there's that.
We'll find you at the game.
Yeah, you'll find them. Yeah, I'll actually be at that game. It's my birthday, so
Whoop, whoop.
Oh,
yeah, we're going.
October
Home
13th.
opener.
Huh?
Against your boys, who have to play in a college stadium this year. That's good.
Are you talking about the Coyotes?
Yeah, yeah.
Ouch.
Dude, if you ever come to Arizona, you have to see how terrible that stadium is in college.
You don't say.
I mean, it looks like Doug Glatt's arena. That's what it looks like.
Dude, across the street, it's a dirt field.
Exactly.
Well, you know where to find Luke now. How about you, Kenny Carter? Where can they find you on your show?
You can find me at HedgePod. I'm usually saying something sarcastic to people on Twitter. Also bragging heavily when I'm winning at betting, and then I go into witness protection when I lose. So I'm on a heater right now. I'm 6-1. This is me bragging about it in the last 2 days. But as always, love coming on ITL. It's great seeing you all. It was great seeing Luke in person a couple weeks ago. Probably never going to see Eric and Ernest in person. But I love doing it through this computer screen every single Tuesday for ITL as the co-host of the best sports podcast out there.
That's very nice of you, Kenny. Even with all my video clips, you still think we're the best show out there.
What?
And it's trending down, but like you are at the top right now, so
What?
I'm your
you're
host,
waiting for that.
Ernest
You had that
Silva.
queued up.
Add into the lab pod is where you've been watching tonight. We appreciate you guys. Keep us in your prayers through the week. Way too early pick 'em is way too early. Good luck with your fantasy, and keep a lookout for the post. We'll share that parlay. Good night, everybody.